Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys a leap of faith that I took yesterday, and hopefully this will bring some faith and hope to others. I don't even really know what to think about it, so we'll see. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I did and what happened, but I don't even know what to think about it. And can't, you know, let it affect me even further, but yeah, I don't know. But I just wanted to tell you guys, like, there's so many people out there that aren't communicating, and it's due to fears. It is. It's all fear based. And, for over a decade of my life, after so many terrible relationships, you know, at the end of the day, I learned a lot about myself. It's 10:10 on the oven. It's not 10:10, but it's 10:10 on that oven. Always pulls, like, when I'm talking, but I just end up looking over that way. It's like it pulls my eyes. Fears of rejection, fears of abandonment, biggest insecurities, worthiness, chasing labels, feeling not good enough because I never got the commitment that I wanted. Couldn't understand what I was doing wrong, couldn't understand what was wrong with me. And there was a person who I was with off and on for 6 years. And this person is a soulmate, not a person I was meant to be with, like, forever, but a soulmate in the sense of teaching me lessons. And I will never hate this person or anything of that. I don't hate anybody, but like this person was somebody I was meant to have these experiences with. But when I tell you, I can't even get into all of them, but I'm talking some of the most disgusting things done to me. And I'm going to give you an example. This was the last experience that I went through with this person that actually had me cut communication for like 6 months solid. Where before it would be like a week or two, that deal. This was like 6 months solid. Like I was out. So I would go into his business all the time, which was a restaurant, bar, you know. And there was this girl working there, amongst many, you know. But he would call her his little sister, and she would call him her big brother. Now, he's 5 years older than me, and she was like 6 years younger than me, okay? So, for her to be calling him this or whatever, like, okay, whatever. Like, but apparently he knew her family, like, forever, same area kind of deal. And, no offense, but this girl was like 2 nickels short of a dime. Like, it painful, like that. It's like mental pain trying to have a conversation because it's like all over the place. Drunk. My one friend actually asked her the one night, "Are you drunk? I haven't had anything to drink. Are you on drugs? I don't do drugs." And we're like, wow, this is a whole other we don't know about, right? So, God, um, yeah, like he gets off work, we all go out to another place together, and she's along. He's like, yeah, I was just giving her a ride home from work. I'm like, all right, we'll take her home. Well, she wanted to come out for a drink. Well, she's not even drinking. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, how do you even, I can't even count to 10 after talking to her for 5 minutes. I'm like, I need a minute, you know? I'm like, I don't get it. And he's like, oh, stop, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. So some time passes. Lo and behold, he's screwing her and bringing her in my face. In my face. I think first that. But ruthless. And what did I do to deserve that? Really, honestly, where's the respect here? I would never do that to someone. The things that were done to me are things that I never could fathom doing to another. But all done to me. So that was it for me. I was like, no. And I did. So my 30th birthday was coming up. And I was really good friends with his family. And we remained good friends. And like just awesome people, good people, And my friends were throwing me a 30th birthday party at his brother-in-law's bar and restaurant. And, we had a DJ and everything, but it's still, it's open to the public. So, yeah, come in and enjoy, like, whatever. They specifically told him not to come. They were like, do not show up at her birthday party, specifically with that girl. And finally, I guess his brother-in-law told him, like, if you want to come and wish her happy birthday, okay. No, he showed up with her at the bar. They were made to sit in a corner on the opposite side of the room. And I'm like, this is what you're doing? Like, this is, when you look at me, this is what you feel like this was a good idea. You felt like this was something you should do. The earth cracked that day. And this is my 30th birthday party, too. Talk about ruining memories. It's not ruined now. It is what it is. But, at the time, it was just, like, disgusting, right? Well, I had a couple drinks in me, and screw it, I was outside on the deck with a couple of my friends. His brother-in-law was outside, too. And he's like, I put him over there in the corner. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with that kid. Like, whatever. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with him either. I'm like, this is just not even right. You already disrespected me enough. Now you're at my 30th birthday party, like, with her. Like, get real, dude. So, like, they come strolling outside together. And I just popped off. I did. And I don't regret it. And nobody stopped me. Not even his brother-in-law. And they're walking to leave. And he looked at me and he was like, just stop. I was like, F you stupid MF. I mean, I'm talking like I don't give two shits, right? And they're walking, and he goes to hold her hand across the street. I'm like, what are you going to hold her hand so she doesn't get hit by a car? I'm like, and you're wearing the shoes I bought you. He was wearing freaking the shoes that I bought him for his birthday. Ooh, I was like, playing, So then they leave. I'm like, this is unreal, right? His brother-in-law, like, talked to me then. And they were like, no, he deserved that. And then my one friend, he was like, I didn't know what was happening. Was I supposed to go punch him? And I'm like, no, like, no, we don't even need to be doing all that. But, it was a breaking point. Like, really? That's only one thing, but that was the last one in that situation. So solid 6 months, right? I don't even go to his brother-in-law's bar because I didn't want to run into him. So this is like 6 months later. Finally, I'm like, good. I'm good. I'm going to go out. And I didn't know that he was there, I don't even get in through the whole entire Lifeway area. And he comes barreling at me, picks me up, carries me, and sets me outside. Yeah. Now, mind you, he's like 6'4", 250 pounds. Like, he's a big dude. And I'm like, what? And he's like, like when I say I'm not afraid of no one, like, his arm was like I could hang off of it, okay? But fear him, please. I'm like, what? He's like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, for what? Talk about what? Well, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I'm like, well, I blocked your number. He's like, I know that now. He's like, there's a few times I even came by my salon at the time. He's like, and I sat out front. I said, well, why don't you come in? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, that's weird. And he's like, I just need to talk to you. What? He's like, I don't want to talk about it here. And I'm like, okay. So we go to the diner. And it's just like, bleh. Everything. Professing everything. 6 years. I just looked at the clock, 11:11. 6 years. Finally. I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want it. There was too much fucking damage done. Excuse my language. I'm sorry for anybody watching this. There just was, you know? But unaware of the damage that was going to proceed to be carried with me from this. Because it was buried in me, and I didn't want it with him, because I was blaming him, right? And he was already damaged. This is why this was being done to me, where now I just didn't feel like I deserved you. I didn't want to disappoint you. I said, you didn't want to disappoint me, so you just did it all, over and over and over again and treated me like I was worthless and I was nothing. And he was like, you were always everything. That's why I couldn't commit to you. What do you mean? That's it. Like, doesn't even make any sense to me. Well, here's the thing. All the other girls, they couldn't hurt him. They couldn't hurt him. I could. Because he knew that if he committed to me and I got fed up and I left, I would be fine, leaving him devastated. Yet he would have been the one to create the situation of me leaving. These are all the things I'm learning along the way, right? And then I end up in a terrible 3.5-year relationship. No label, of course, because I was never worth a label. That's why labels are bullshit, excuse my language again, but they are. And the reason why they are is because you're chasing something in order to feel validated. You are either good with yourself or you're not. And another person doesn't need to give you a label to validate your worth. You're reflecting your worth off of each other. So 3.5 years of the same thing. Same exact thing. Same. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, is this really, really what we've come to? This is what life is? I'm watching my friends meet people and have these great relationships. And, you know, my best friend's been married for like 13 years. And, you know, people are in these relationships. And I'm basically getting, you know, reflecting what? Like, these people coming into my life, I'm like fighting up against what? Fighting up against my own self is what I was doing the whole entire time. The whole entire time. Blindly unaware. And then finally, someone tries to come into my life. And I knew that I wasn't okay. Because I was afraid of this person. Because my first perception is, you're just trying to get in my pants, and I'm not even playing that game. Because I'm good. I don't need that. I don't. And the reason being is because that is another thing where I've only ever felt worth that. And that's not a good place to be. So, and this person is persistent. And I'm like, no, because my loyalty lies with me, and I'm trying to solidify this, and now you want to talk to me. That's too much shit going on. I can't. No, you know? But then everything unfolded in the way that it did. And it was always going to unfold that way. And I didn't have any control over it. And this person basically leaves me for dead. Yeah. There wasn't a fight. We didn't fight. I actually really like this person. I actually was kind of surprised when I gave it a chance. And then that's when I started coming to the realization that I manifested this person because these are all the affirmations that I need, because this is what I truly believe that I do deserve. But I was afraid of it. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Circumstances and situations arose, and this person left me for dead. All because he had to. And it was a terrible time. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible time. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want anybody within 5 feet of me. I didn't want to do anything. I was fine staying in bed. It was safe there. Even though I was crying the whole time, it was safe there, right? So, finally, snapped out of it. Get up. Like, come on, you got work to do. Like, you got to start doing what it is that you're meant to be doing. You were doing it, and then you stopped. And that's when I realized maybe I was part of the problem too. Because I was cold. I wasn't always the person. I didn't reach out. You know, I would want them to reach out to me because then I felt worth it. But then I wasn't reaching out to them, so I'm sure that I'm positive that the reflection was that I didn't find them to be worth it because I wasn't making the effort. And because of my cold demeanor, I'm sure there were all kinds of things going around in the mind that maybe I was talking to somebody else, or, you know, I'm not trustworthy, or maybe I didn't like them as much as maybe they liked me. I don't know. You know, we never really talked about it. And I'm the type of person that's like, you ain't gotta tell me twice. You're too busy for me, okay? I'll walk away. Because I was already afraid. So maybe if we just cut it right now, this quick, I'll get over it faster. Running from my own self. And then, you know, things can't control. Couldn't really understand why. What did I do to deserve it? You know, what did I do to deserve the way that this person just left me? They're out smiling, having a good time, partying with their friends. I can't even get out of bed. It was like I wasn't even worth existing. And I've already been told by the last person before them that I was better off dead. And I told him that. I told him that. I said, you don't understand. Like, I'm afraid. Like, you know, I just got out of this terrible situation where this person told me that I was better off not even being here. That hurts. Like, you're not even worth being alive. This is the way that people talk to me. This is the way that people have treated me, okay? So trust me when I tell you, when I'm compassionate, when I say I'm a compassionate person, I have major compassion for anybody who feels that way, because I know what it's like to feel like that, especially when you don't have intentions like that towards anyone. Not even the people who freaking did that to you. Do you want them to die? Or do you think that they're not worth the body and the life that they've been given? Do you even freaking feel that way towards them? Do I wish that I could? No. That's not me. And I'm not, I would never be somebody I'm not. And that was another thing my whole entire life. Misunderstood. Misunderstood by perceptions of people, perceiving me to be something I'm not. My loyalty lies within me first. Am I trustworthy? Absolutely. You can ask people, and they'll tell you. She's the only one that knows something about me, and she hasn't said one word to anybody because I know, because she's the only one that knows. And those people, trust and believe. Somebody's screwing with you, and you're out somewhere, they are standing right behind you. I've had it done many times where there's somebody standing right behind me because they know. They know. I'm a loyal friend. I'm a trustworthy person. And I would never do anything to somebody that I wouldn't want done to me. Yet, my whole entire life, that's what I've been living with. So this person cut me out of their life and then sent me a backhanded email a few months later, basically telling me that I wasn't worth it to them because they're seeing someone else and it's going somewhere. Not me. I wasn't worth going anywhere with. I was only worth being left for dead and having that and it wasn't even like it was a nasty email. It was just filled with a bunch of bullshit and then P.S. You're not worthy. I never thought that you were worth it. That's how you read that. This person is, you're not. So, let that go for a long time. Wanted to go handle this unfinished business, but as I stated before in my other videos, divine timing, they were like, no, you're not in control. You're not going. We're going to have outside circumstances. Make sure you don't go. It didn't even affect my life. It was affecting the other people's lives that I was to go with. But the major effect of my life was that I wasn't going. So, always knew that there was lies and deceit and gossip and the maliciousness and people making you out to be something that you're not because of why? Always jealousy and trying to hold you back because they're miserable with their own lives. They don't want to see anything good for you. They don't want to see you happy with somebody that they perceive to be whatever. But it's normally jealousy because you didn't want those people, or those people did something to you, you caught on to it, now you don't want anything to do with them, you know, and then everybody else is knocking that person because why? Because maybe you rejected them, or, you know, you're just friends with them, but that friend has a secret crush on you, and they don't want you to be happy with anybody because one day in their mind they're going to be with you, you know, all about it. So, there wasn't anything wrong. There wasn't. And I don't regret anything because everything happened for a reason. So the unfolding of it, it is what it is. But it's like things have been surfacing for so long. And this person rejected me, right? So my belief is, you rejected me. You need to come to me then. But now the way that I shut off, blocked, you know, blocked them on social media sites and I had changed my phone number since then, so you can't call me, can't text me, don't have the same email. So communication is mute. But I have their phone number. So it's like this. Say something or say nothing, but you can't live your life like this anymore. You can't be thinking on and worrying about this situation. They left you in the manner that they left you because they chose to do that. What are you choosing now? Are you going to choose to worry about it, or are you going to choose to reach out? You're going to take a leap of faith, or are you just going to sit around and hope? You know? So, it's 3, 2, 1 right now on my computer, which is going back in time, pressing backwards. But sometimes you have to go back to figure out how to move forward, right? That's what this is all about. So, before I give myself a stomach ulcer, I need to, excuse me, reach out to this person. Because I just feel a connection with them that I never felt with anybody before. And there wasn't anything wrong. There wasn't. I didn't do anything malicious to them, and they didn't do anything malicious to me. It just fell off. But why? Insecurities, outside circumstances, lessons that needed to be learned. Who knows? So, I took the leap of faith. I did. And the divine, if they didn't want that message to get through, it would have gotten snatched in one way or another. But it went through. And I just wrote, hey, this is. And 30 seconds later, they wrote back, hi, I have stuff for you. What? So now I'm thinking, egotistical mind. You don't know who this is. Unless I'm confused with someone else. Because they don't have anything of mine. And if they're referring to what it is that I've already told them that I will not accept, they didn't refer to it in that way. They called it stuff. Okay. Well, I have plenty of stuff. Okay, I don't need more stuff. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Okay, so I don't know what. I don't need stuff. I don't need money. I don't need stuff. I don't need. So I wrote back, what do you mean? Nothing. Just writing back. But she wrote back that quick and said, hi, I have stuff for you. So now I'm like, mind wandering, get out of there. And then I was like, intuitively feeling like maybe that was their way of just saying, I know it's you, and I have stuff for you. Meaning, I'll be seeing you. When, where, how, I don't know. I haven't talked to this person in 8 months, probably, about 8 months. So, I write back, clearly you don't know who this is. Because now you're not even answering me. When I asked you, what do you mean stuff? You don't even answer me. You don't have any of my stuff. You don't have any. We didn't even. There wasn't anything that happened to have stuff, other than that circumstance and situation. But that's done and over with. There's no stuff attached to that. So they write back, yes, period, and then I do. So I wrote back, okay, well, I don't know what you mean by stuff, in quotations. I said, I wasn't contacting you because I want or need or want anything from you, something along those lines. And he wrote back something along the lines of, I know that you aren't. I just want you to know that I haven't forgotten. I'm not trying to sound dismissive. I just wanted you to know that. So I wrote back, because I always write at the last word. It's just my personality, especially in these circumstances. I said, I'm not focused on and or ever was on getting anything from you. Getting or wanting anything from you. I said, just your acknowledgement that I existed. That's about it. So, do you take that as a backhanded, I'm not going to respond because you don't exist? Or do you take that as they're acknowledging you, they acknowledged you, and they wrote back on the fly? Like when I say on the fly, on the fly. And when you ask them what stuff, or what do you mean by stuff, your egotistical mind started going into, well, maybe this is another person he knows, but he doesn't. You know, all those like egotistical questions, like whatever. But my intuitive self told me that he knew who it was. That's why he wrote back so fast. Then I indicate that you don't know who I am, and I get a yes, I do. So I just wanted to clarify that I didn't want anything. All I ever really wanted was a hug. All I really wanted to know was that I wasn't, I don't know. When you feel like you're left for dead, and you feel like you just don't matter, like you never mattered, you were just an object, you were just somebody, you know, it makes you feel really bad about yourself. And I did. Terrible. Terrible. Not anymore. I don't anymore. I took a leap of faith, and it didn't matter what the response was. I didn't even get to say what I wanted to say. Do you understand that? I didn't even get to say anything that I wanted to say. That's not what I wanted to say. I didn't want to talk about stuff. I don't even know what freaking stuff is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I still didn't even get to say what it is that I wanted to say. So I just have to have faith and trust, because the angels wanted to give me validation that this person didn't forget about me. They never did. They never wanted to make you, they never wanted to leave you like that. Just like you didn't want to leave that person like that, but you did. And you did because you were afraid. Now you're not afraid anymore. So you reached out. So now I just have to allow it to unfold. I don't know what's to come now. I don't. I didn't even know I was going to do that yesterday, but I did. And now I'll just keep you guys posted on what happens, but I just want you guys to know that don't worry about what the response is from this person or if they will respond. Just have faith that you're doing it for you. in order to gain clarity, in order to give yourself a peace of mind. Because I never wanted this person to think that I didn't care about them, or that I was uninterested, or that I was doing anything with anybody else, because I wasn't. And now, will I ever get a chance? Will I? I don't know. Was it meant for that to just happen that way and that's it? I don't know. I just gotta go with the flow. But I followed my heart, and I knew that I needed to open up some sort of communication gateway. Excuse me, because I didn't allow one. And it's, you know, moment to moment. It is. And every moment's creating another moment. And I just wanted that person to know, like, hi. But I still didn't know what to talk about. It's not the right time. Not the right time. It wasn't the right time. So I guess at least they acknowledge my existence, right? In one way or another. And we'll see what the unfolding is. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, that I took a leap of faith. After all the stuff that I've been through my whole entire life, I've always been afraid. Always. Always. Afraid of rejection. Afraid of not being good enough. And I faced all my fears yesterday and took that leap of faith and said something. So I hope that this gives you guys some faith and hope too. Okay. So that was story time. I just want to share that with you guys. So I'm going to be coming back with some readings today. I'm supposed to be going out soon. But I'm definitely going to be coming back with some readings here shortly, so stay tuned. Love you guys.